Hello everyone, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So in today's video, we would like to share about our syntax tree form and how to explain it in English. So before that, I would like to introduce myself. So my name is Hersi Perwita S and I'm from group 2, and the list of the group will be text in our description box. So right now let's move on to the next slide of the PPT, or the presentation of the syntax. So in here we would like to share about adjective phrases. And the members of the group are me, Hersi Perwita S, Nailil H, Yumni Daumma, Gagarin, Diah Oktavia, and also Lailatul Qodriyah. So, what is adjective phrases? So, adjective phrases are groups or words composed of adjectives, modifiers, determiners, qualifiers, and intensifiers. Adjective in adjective phrases can be used at the beginning, middle, or at the end of the sentence, and it's located before or after the subject or object. The function of the adjective phrase is an adverb to explain as a noun. And here we would like to share about head and modifier, including determiner, degree word, and also qualifier. So the head of a phrase is element that the phrase is centered on. If you think of the phrase as a solar system, then the head is the sun. Everything else in the phrase revolves around and depends on the head. Second one is specifier or modifier. Semantically, specifiers or modifiers help to make more precise the meaning of the head. They are determiner, or we call it that, qualifier or qual, and degree words or deg. Synthetically, specifiers or modifiers typically mark a phrase boundary. In English, specifiers occur at the left boundary or the beginning of the respective phrases. Determiner. A modifying word that determines the kind of reference a noun or a noun group has. For degree words are words with meanings like very, more, or a little that modify the adjective to indicate the degree to which the property denoted by adjective obtains. Qualifier. Qualifier is a word that limits or enhances another word's meaning. Qualifiers affect the certainty and specificity of a statement. So, determiner including the words like the, a, this, and this. For degree words, including to, so, very, more, and quite. For qualifier, there are always, perhaps, often, never, and almost. The next, we're talking about the differences between adjective and adjective phrases. So, adjective is known as an adjective. However, by adding the word phrase behind the adjective, the meaning is expanded. In generally, adjectives consist of only one word, then in phrases adjectives consist of two or more words. Meanwhile, the constituent components of adjective phrases do not only consist of adjectives, so adjective phrases are arranged with other adjectives, determiners, adverbs, and prepositions. Adjective phrase function as an adjective in a sentence. Adjective phrases are a useful writing technique when you need to convey a lot of in a few words, making them a commonly used literary tool in English. For example, the adjective words are she will wear blue dress for the party tonight, and for the adjective phrase are she will wear a beautiful blue dress for the party tonight. A. Like noun phrase or NP, adjective phrase AP also have a head word which is centered on the adjective or A. And the characteristic of adjective phrase, like an adjective phrase or AP, can consist of a modified or unmodified head. Then, if in modified head, we add the phrase marker tag or TEG that refers to degree for the degree adverbs. There are words having the same distribution as rather and extremely. And for example, there are very, quite, so, too, slightly, hardly, highly, moderately, completely, increasingly, incredibly, somewhat, and etc. And the example of modified head are the burger looks very delicious. And if in unmodified head, we don't need add the degree, we call it a simple adjective. So the example of unmodified head are the burger looks delicious. Sometimes general adverbs can appear in adjective phrase. For example, like immediately, theoretically, awkwardly, enthusiastically, and etc. So this is for the three form we made, and this is the one of the example about adjective phrase. Overly afraid about that. Which one is in here? The head of adjective is afraid. You can see on the tree form. And then the next there is premodifier in adverb phrase, which is overly. This function of premodifier is to make it clear that on the head. Move on to the next part. There is the complement in prepositional phrase, which is the word about that. The word about includes in preposition and the word that is determiner in the noun phrase. And that's all for our presentation group. And thank you so much. Then see you in another time.